Now. Hello, welcome to week 2 of yoga. All right, my name is Amanda. We're going to get started. So again, always trial and error if I have to kind of fix the camera and readjust it. But let's get started. Have your water handy because it is hot. So again, the chair is here just for a little bit of balance support. If you need it, please just use it, or maybe have a hand on the wall. Or if you need to come to the seated position, that's perfect. But that's just there for a little bit of just in case. All right, so we're going to start standing, and I'll kind of throw in postures from previous classes and just remind you so we can continue to build on them. But standing pose, I like to start with mountain pose. All right, so if you can remember mountain pose, you're just kind of standing with your feet more or less underneath your hips. Just try to get a nice strong stance. So even bending your knees slightly, don't be afraid to pull your belly in, but let your shoulders kind of roll down and back. And then I like to kind of have my hands open slightly, so you feel stable in this, right? Like a mountain, you're kind of grounded to the floor, to the earth. So take a mindful breath in and out. So we'll just kind of stand still, breathing in maybe about 4 or 5 times, nice and slow. In and out. If you feel comfortable, you can, of course, close your eyes, but you might want to put your hand on your chair just so you don't get dizzy. So a couple more times, allowing your breath maybe to slow down a little bit, just becoming more aware of the space. In and out. All right, so we're going to practice a breathing exercise, if you're familiar with it, called box breathing or box retention. So I always like to, visualize a box. So your breath will trace the box. So as you inhale, tracing up one side, and then you're going to hold your breath going across, and then you'll exhale going down, try to empty. And then you'll hold empty, tracing back. So let's do that a few times. Inhale. And then hold. And then exhale. Hold empty. Let's do it again. Breathing in. Hold full. Exhale. Hold empty. All right, let's give it 2 more times. Big breath in. Hold full. Exhale. Hold empty. All right, one more time. Big breath in. Fuller. Hold full. Exhale. And hold empty. All right, now just take a nice normal breath in. Breath out. That's a very, very good breathing tool exercise to use if, like say for example, you're going to the doctor's office and you're feeling a little stressed. Practice that. It's so good. I think Navy SEALs, I've heard of, use that tool when you're trying to stay focused and calm in stressful situations. So it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us, right? All right, so let's just take another nice big breath in and out. I want to get a tiny bit of energy just to kind of make sure our muscles are loose and we're feeling good. So we'll do a few dynamic breaths with the arms. So start with your palms down and only lifting your arms up as high as you can. So whether it's the shoulders or up overhead, just listen to your body. So take a nice big inhale, nice long exhale. You can blow out the mouth if that feels okay. Big breath in. Big breath out. So as you breathe in, try to lift up, try to fill up the lungs. As you breathe out, try to push the belly in, help push out all the air. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Again, big breath in. Big breath out. All right, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. All right, now if you can, bring your arms up overhead. Try to interlace the hands. If this doesn't feel good, maybe you can just do one arm at a time, but I'm gonna have my fingers interlaced. I'm gonna try and get my feet maybe a tiny bit closer together. Take a nice inhale, reach up. As you exhale, press your hips to the right and let your arms just start to lift gently to the left. So we're not trying to bend too far at the waist. I want you to stay lifted, squeezing in through your tummy muscles, but allow this right side to find some space. So keep pulling in your belly button and keep your breath slow. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, just gently draw the hips a little left, arms reach a little right. And observe if your shoulders kind of get out of line. So let's focus on keeping our shoulders even, our hips even. We're just kind of pressing our hips slightly right, arms lifting up and over to the left. All right, one more time. Big breath in, and then big breath out. All right, release. Come back to center. Go ahead and let the arms slow down. Kind of shake it out for a second. All right, we're going to do the other side, and I just want you to think what thumb was on top. And I want you to try and think of the other thumb. All right, so let's inhale, arms come up. So just try to switch out your grip. Take another inhale, reaching up. This time, press your hips to the left. Exhale, arms reach to the right. So we're still just trying to get aware of our body. And you're still warming up. So just keep that in mind. We're not trying to reach far over for depth. We're just allowing our spine, our hips, our arms to open up nice and easy, and still being aware of our breathing. So each inhale, you lengthen up. Exhale, squeeze the belly, press your hips a little left, and see if your arms can reach a little right. Just being mindful, again, shoulders are even, so there's no twisting. Hips are nice and even, they're just actively pressing over. So just give yourself another moment. When you release your jaw, you have some tension there, try to let it go. And just be aware if your breath is starting to struggle. So just try to take it nice and even. Nice inhale, lift up. Squeeze the belly, glutes, hips over, arms reach over. One more breath in. So take a big inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, come to center. Exhale, arms float down. You might have some little tingling here, so don't be afraid to kind of shake it out. All right, I'm gonna have my chair to the side so I don't hit it, but you keep it nearby if you need it. All right, we'll use it in just a second. So we're gonna do a couple of breaths with the twist. So this is still dynamic. Take it nice and slow. So get your feet, find that mountain pose, make sure they're firm to the ground, you feel stable. We're gonna inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Now as you exhale, start to twist to the right, opening the arms up. Inhale, come back overhead. Exhale, twist left. Watching your space. So let's do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Just finding that twist in the spine. So we'll do two more each way. Inhale up. Exhale right. Look over the shoulder. Inhale up to center. Exhale to the left. All right, one more round. Big breath in. Twist right. Exhaling. Inhale up. And then exhale, twist left. All right, inhale, come to center. Bring your hands down to your heart. Now, if you need a chair here, I'm going to ask that you just kind of bring your chair in front of you, and we're just going to start to relax down. Now, some of you may not need a chair. You are welcome just to kind of hang, and it's just called a ragdoll, right? We're just trying to lengthen our head down, maybe kind of swaying a little side to side, little hanging Tadasana, if you will. So relax for a minute. So those of you in the seat, same thing. You are just reaching down. If you are using your chair for support, you are just kind of letting your head be heavy and trying to really get some length, some openness along your spine. Trying to let your head lengthen down towards your feet. So you really feel the neck, the shoulders start to soften. Still slowing the breath down. So let's take one more inhale. Exhale. All right, everybody, inhale, round up. Keep breathing, lengthening all the way up to standing. Whew. Gotta catch your breath there sometimes. So roll the shoulders back. Take another mindful inhale, finding your mountain pose. Nice long exhale. Okay, so I'm gonna step my feet apart. I'll show you with the chair. You're just gonna have it in front of you. All right, and you're gonna get your feet wide. So there's a chair if you need it. Otherwise, I have my right toes pointed out. My left foot toes are a little bit in, but I'm getting into this warrior two stance. So in the chair, it's the same thing. Right knee is bent, left leg is strong, right knees and toes in the same direction. All right, so you get as low as you comfortably feel right now. We're gonna draw our shoulders back and reach the arms out. All right, so this is our warrior two. Seen it before. And you have to be mindful that this is a strong posture. So pretend like you're zipping your ankles, your inner thighs in towards each other. Take a moment here. Feel what your shoulders are doing. Let's all bring our shoulders up and then squeeze them down your back. So you really want to feel like the arms nail, nice on exhale. But if you are standing, so keep the legs still and bring the palms to touch. All right, so my legs are still strong, my hands are overhead. Take a breath in, and then exhale, come back to warrior two. So nice and easy. Use the chair if you need to. All right, so inhale up, and then exhale, squeeze the belly, squeeze the back, the arms. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press down. All right, one more time. Big breath in, and then big breath out. All right, so here we are, warrior two. We're gonna take one more nice long breath in and out. All right, bring your hands down. Everybody walk your feet together for a second. All right, kind of feel what's happening. Sometimes that kind of gets movement in the hips and the thighs. So just kind of notice where you are. And just be aware of what you're capable of doing on both sides. So let's try it the other way. Left foot, gonna point out, step your feet apart. Again, using the chair if you need to, seated, just do the same stance with your legs. Allow your front knee to bend. And again, take that mindful moment. Kind of zip the inner thighs in tight towards each other. Pulling in through the core. Let's go ahead and bring our arms up. So again, just take that fun check in. Let's feel the shoulders kind of come up and really feel your back muscles draw in as you bring your shoulders back down. And I like to pretend like I'm trying to touch the stuff, like the walls away from me. So I've got full body tension basically. To try to find that softness through your jaw. Take another big breath in here. Nice long breath out. All right, so one more time, your strong warrior two. It'll be a test later. I'm just kidding for a test. Just for fun for you to remember. All right, now let's straighten up. So we'll slowly here for a second. Bring the leg in, bring the palms up. All right, so you feel this engagement. Your legs are still strong, belly is still pulled in. And then we'll exhale, come back to warrior two. All right, nice and controlled. Inhale up. Exhale back down. All right, two more times. Big breath in. Big breath out. Squeeze the arms, squeeze the legs. Last time, everybody. Big inhale. And then big exhale. All right, come to warrior two for a moment. Get re-engaged, reconnected with your breath. Take a nice long inhale. Nice long exhale. All right, bring the arms down. Relax the leg. Walk the feet together for a moment. Come back to your mountain pose. All right, I want to do one more kind of little working exercise, if you will. So it's going to be different for everybody. It's chair pose, like a chair. All right, your feet are under your hips. You start in that mountain pose. We're going to pull our belly in. Go ahead and bring the arms forward and just sit down a little bit. All right, so this is a little bit of a fire burner. We're going to squeeze our core, squeeze your glutes, squeezing your legs, and reaching your arms forward. Draw the shoulders back. So it's almost like you're about to sit in a chair, but you're hovering right above that seat because the seat's dirty. I don't know. All right, but let's find a mindful breath in Squeezing tight, breathing out. All right, one more time, y'all. Big inhale. Squeeze the belly, exhale all the way up. So you're standing up. Just take a moment here. You can bring the arms up and just relax the head back for a second. All right, so it's kind of that opposition here. Just a very, not even a back bend. Just relax the head. Feel the openness in your hips and your legs. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Nice job. All right, we're going to do one more standing posture. Have the chair if you need it. You're going to separate your feet wide. We did a little version of this last time. I want you to have your big toes a little pointed in. All right, so don't have your toes out, just a little bit pigeon-toed. All right, now again, the chair is here if you need it. If you do use the chair, I'll just show you, it will be in front of you, and you're just gonna start to come down. All right, if you don't need the chair, you can bring your hands out to your legs. If you're able to maybe reach all the way to the floor. All right, take a moment here, try to soften the head, let the tension come out of the neck. Keep your knees a little bent, all right, because you'll get a stretch in the legs, but you don't want to lock your knees out. Try to see if you can get your spine a little straighter. Try to allow your breath to slow down. Nice long inhale. Nice long exhale. All right, now let yourself come back up, breathing in, coming all the way up. All right, and if you want to do a second version of that, we did this last week. Legs stay the same. We're going to bring our hands behind us. I'm showing you there's a little fist. Otherwise, you use the chair again. This time, palms together. Just come forward a little bit. You don't have to come forward very far. I like to put those two together. So you got with the hands down, and now we have it with the hands together. All right, so you're just tilting forward slightly. Again, it doesn't take very much. Feel the legs, the back. Keep drawing your tummy in. And just pretend like you're trying to reach your head away from your back. So your back is long. Let's just take a couple more breaths. Mindful inhale. Exhale. All right, one more time. Big breath in and out. Pull your belly button in. Next inhale, come up. All the way up to standing. All right, relax the shoulders back. Okay, I lied. We have one more posture. So this is, if you want it to be a balancing posture. So have your chair nearby. It's tree. So we're going to focus on having our weight more on one leg, but both feet can be to the floor. So what I want you to do is think your standing leg. I'm going to start with my left leg. Bend the knee a little bit. Go ahead, you can have a hand on the chair or bring your hands to your hips. Your right knee and toes are going to point out a little bit, but try to keep your hips even. Now, this might be enough. You might feel it already. If you feel steady, you can bring your hands up to your heart. If you're feeling balanced, like my left leg is strong, bring your right foot up a little bit, maybe to the ankle, maybe to the calf. All right, if you play with it and say, never mind, bring it back down, okay? So tree pose is gonna be different, just like every tree outside. They don't look exactly the same, but you wanna feel balance in your leg and evenness in your hips and your shoulders. So try to find some softness in your jaw. Letting the right knee just subtly come out. Doesn't have to be big, so take a nice long breath in and out. All right, hands come back down, right foot down, balance on both feet for a moment. All right, we'll try the other side. So again, you may need the chair on this side, and that's okay. So bend your right knee. Go ahead and start with the hands on the hips or hand on the chair. Pivot your left knee and toes out. And so I just say out a little bit. So they're kind of same direction and angle. Kind of feel your hips on this side. See if you feel steady. You can bring your hands to your heart. All right. Maybe you want to see if the foot can come up a tiny bit further on this side. Maybe it comes up just as high. Maybe it needs to stay down. It's okay if it's not exactly the same because we have a little bit of imbalance in our body. So just recognize it. So wherever you are, soften the shoulders down. So you're drawing in through your tummy and your glutes, but you're trying to find that softness through your neck, through your jaw. trying to really slow your breath down. So take a mindful inhale. Nice long exhale. All right, one more time. Nice deep breath in. Maybe smile with yourself. Nice deep breath out. All right, nice job, everybody. Balance over both feet. Maybe just kind of bend the knees a little bit. Relax the hands down. Go ahead and find another mountain pose. Big breath in and out. All right, we're going to transition to the floor, or if you have a bed or somewhere, if you need to stay in your chair, that's fine. I'll give you some options. So however you need to safely get there, maybe you need to use the chair to come down. We're going to come to our hands and knees. I'm going to adjust the camera slightly so that we can get a decent visual. So you guys take a minute. I'm going to give you a minute here just to kind of get down to the floor. I got to change my camera angle so you can see what's happening. So yes, please sneak in some water. It's a good time for that. I will try to be very mindful in the descriptions that I give. So just make sure if you need to kind of look up and see what I'm doing, that you can access the camera, you can see what's going on without having to strain yourself. All right, so whenever you're ready, there's no rush. Make sure you have space. So clear everything out of the way. All right, I have props at home. So again, if you've got a pillow or blankets or some folded towels, those are good to kind of have under the knees. You'll see me with things like my yoga block. I won't use that here, but that's just some fun stuff. Down the line, you want to invest in some other yoga props. Totally great. All right, so whenever you are ready, you're going to come to what's called tabletop. So I'm basically hands and knees, all four, whatever you want to call it. I just like tabletop's a fun phrase because it looks like a table. All right, now from here, we're going to do some very gentle hip circles. So I want you to visualize as you inhale, let your hips kind of fall towards your right foot and then to the left and then coming back up. So see, we're just kind of making some little circles. So in the chair, you can kind of do the same thing. If you're seated in your chair, just kind of rotating around. So let's just do about 4 or 5, nice, slow, each way, taking an inhale and exhale. So I think this is number 4 for me. I'm letting my spine kind of round each way that I go. I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to go the other way. Balance it out. So inhale slowly, left hip, then left heel, and then the right, and then coming up. So just kind of noticing, you might have some tightness in your knees, tightness in your wrist or your shoulders. So just go where you still feel safe. You don't want to feel pain, right? You just want to feel a little bit of openness as you work through these little uncomfortable spots. All right, one more time for me. Inhale and exhale. All right, so whenever you are ready, you're back in your tabletop. We're going to do cat-cow breathing. So in the chair, you're just going to arch and round. I'm going to show you from the side. It's just a tilt up and then a round up. All right, so we're going to arch and round it back. So from neutral, take a big inhale, everybody. Tilt your chin up, tilt your tailbone. So you're going to broaden the chest, belly down, and then exhale, round the spine. Tuck the chin, the belly button, the tailbone in. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, looking up, arch your back, squeeze your shoulders. Exhale, pull the belly in as you round the spine. All right, 2 more. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding back. One more time. Inhale, and then exhale. All right, so come back to neutral. That was cat-cow. Now we're going to relax into child's pose. So wherever you are, if you're on the floor, you might have to play with how wide your knees are, but let your hips relax back. So you can set the pillow, the blanket underneath your hips, but the goal is to try to relax your head down towards the ground. So you might have to have your knees wider. They might need to be closer together. In the chair, I just want you to fold down for a second. But child's pose, you are trying just to relax. If you've ever seen a sleeping little toddler, sometimes they sleep like this. I guess it's supposed to be comfortable. So give yourself a couple of moments here to breathe through this. Relaxing the shoulders, You might have to have like a pillow underneath your head to let it come close towards the floor. So again, just a couple breaths here, in and out. Notice how you can hopefully try to mindfully slow your breath down. So take one more inhale and exhale. All right, carefully try to round up with your chin coming up last. Nice and easy. We're gonna come back to tabletop and do one little exercise here. So if you were seated in the chair, you're just gonna extend one leg out. For those of us at tabletop, we'll try to show you a little at an angle. Bring your right foot behind you. So you're kind of like in a, you're still on all four, but your right leg is straight. What I want you to think about is pulling the belly in, start to press the floor away. You can stay here. You're feeling good. Okay, this is enough. Trying to hold on to your nice strong breath. If you're seated in your chair, flex your foot and try to cover it. If you feel stable here, one way to kind of pick it up a little bit is just to cover the foot a little bit off the floor. You don't have to though. You can bring it back down if it doesn't feel good. But we're still mindfully breathing in and out, flexing the foot wherever you are, trying to squeeze through the leg, through the belly. All right, release. Come back to tabletop. So if you're on your hands and knees, you can, don't be afraid to kind of stretch the wrist out a little bit. Sometimes we need to kind of get that tension out. I'm saying it for myself. All right, we're gonna do the other side. So left leg, flex it back. I'll show you a little bit from this angle. So again, think about the other points on the ground, squeezing in tight, pressing the floor away, seeing where you are here, pulling the belly in, and maybe you tried it before, try to cover the left leg a little bit. It's nice and strong. If it doesn't feel stable, you can bring it back down. So we're working through this as we gently still kind of breathe, squeeze in through the core, take one more inhale and exhale. All right, carefully bring it back down. You're on your tabletop. Now we're gonna do one exercise here, lying on our tummy. And I'll give you guys some options if you need to stay seated in your chair. But if you feel good, we're gonna lie all the way down. It's a really quick exercise for your lower back. So it's called Cobra. So those of us that are lying down, we're gonna try to squeeze our legs together, hands underneath the shoulders, find your lower back strength. So I want you to squeeze through the glutes, through the tummy, and just lift up a little bit, not very high. In fact, if you can, cover the fingers a little bit, press the tops of your feet down to the ground, continue to breathe. It's just the lower back muscles working to lift you for a few more seconds. Take one more breath in, drawing the lower back to lift you up, looking up. Okay, release. So lie down for a second, maybe bring an ear to the floor. Again, that's to work on that lower back where we have, I want you to remember that sometimes when you have lower back pain, rather than trying to just stretch it passively, you can strengthen it a little bit. It can help alleviate that. All right, there's my soapbox. So the next thing we're gonna do, you might have to roll to the side or press yourself up. I'm gonna have you come to a seated position. So however you need to get there, pressing up gently, sitting on your hips. All right, so take your time, there's no rush. We're going to come to a seated position here, and sitting comfortably for a moment in time. All right, so again, if you're in your chair, just sitting up. If you're on the floor, maybe you feel good crossing your legs. If you need to have a leg out, that's fine too. All right, we're just gonna take a moment here and just do a spine twist like this. So make it passive and slow. I'm gonna bring my hands over to my right side. So maybe the right hand comes to the floor, maybe the left hand comes to your right leg. Try to keep your hips planted so they're not lifted. All right, so we're gonna take a nice long breath in, and then as you breathe out, starting to twist, looking over your shoulder. So taking a big inhale, exhale, looking over the shoulder. So give me about 3 more breaths. Just try to take them slow. Each inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, maybe looking a little further. 2 more times. Big breath in Big breath out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right, carefully come back through center. You get to go the other way. All right, so just see, maybe you need to change how the legs are. You know, if you want to kind of change them up, just listen to what feels good to you to feel stable. Left hand comes towards the left hip. Right hand maybe comes towards leg. Maybe it sits by the feet. Just kind of feel where you are and feel your hips stay planted. All right, so we're going to do about 4 breaths or so. Take a nice long inhale. And then exhale, just start to twist. Now try to stay like that. Another breath in to lift up. Breath out to look over. Maybe keep the belly pulled in. Each inhale, lengthen. Exhale, looking to twist. Another big inhale. Exhale, maybe looking a little further. All right, one more time for that. I'll count. Nice big inhale. Exhale. All right, nice job, everybody. Let's release. Come back to center. And you know me, I love to undo those twists. So we're gonna all lengthen up, take breath in, and then you're just gonna start to relax down. So bring your hands maybe to the floor. This might be enough. Maybe you walk your hands out further. All right, I'm gonna invite you just to take a few breaths in, trying to relax your head, trying to relax your shoulders, trying to intentionally slow your breathing down. Again, make some adjustments if you need to, with the feet, with the hips. So take one more inhale here. Nice long exhale. All right, inhale, walk the hands back to lift you up. All right, take another moment there. So again, sometimes when you're rising up, you might feel a little dizzy, so don't be afraid to slow the breath down. All right, while we're here, I want to do a quick shoulder stretch, and then we'll start to transition to the floor. So if you can, bring your right hand up onto your back or your head. All right, this might be enough. If you don't have it all the way, you can stop here. I want you just to find some space to let your spine get long. All right, now this might be enough. If you feel okay, so my right hand is behind my head, palm is touching, can you just pretend to bring the back of your left hand to your lower back? So I'm going to show you from behind what I'm trying to do. My right hand is up top, my left hand, back of the hand is towards my side. Now I don't want you to go to where it hurts, right? We're just trying to get long on our back as we open up through our shoulders, because it's a good one. All right, so just take another breath in and out. All right, carefully release the arms back down. So especially if you've had shoulder injuries, you might stop here and you may not even do the bottom arm. So just kind of be aware of what you're experiencing. I say it's uncomfortable, but it's not, nothing's gonna snap. All right, we're gonna try the other side. So left hand is gonna start up, and this one might have to come low or it may come up higher. Just kind of feel where you're at. So you wanna get your posture long, maybe your belly's pulling in. So my palm is to the back. Now my right hand, back of the hand is gonna start scooping down. Maybe it can come up a little bit, maybe not. All right, so again, this is trying to just open up our shoulders with awareness, squeezing in through the core as you try to keep your breath nice and slow. So take another big inhale, nice long exhale. Always find that softness. So take one more breath in and out. All right, very carefully release the hands back down. So again, that's it's a really good posture to kind of feel a little bit of shoulder mobility. All right, one more stretch before we start to lie down. Can you bring one leg out to the side? So your knee can be bent, okay? It doesn't have to be straight. You have just out as much as you comfortably feel with. Now, I'm gonna keep my torso facing forward, and I'm just gonna walk my right hand down, trying to, again, allow my shoulders to face forward so I'm not rounding. I just like this stretch for the leg, the inner thigh, as well as your left hip. Now you can stay here. If you want to bring your left arm up, you can. Just a couple moments here to try to still relax the shoulders, maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Still connecting to your breath, so take a mindful inhale. Nice long exhale. One more time, big breath in and out. Inhale as you lift back up. All right, we're gonna try to switch out our legs. So left leg will come out a little bit. Right foot's gonna come in. So again, the knee, it might be different on this side. So just kind of feel where you're at. I got more tightness in this leg. So shoulders facing forward. My left hand's just gonna start to kind of walk down towards my foot. See what's happening already. You might have to stop here, or maybe you can start to feel the right arm reach up. And again, allowing the hips to stay planted so that right hip's not scooting up. Just feel some relaxation in your neckline and your jaw. So if you're really tense, come out of it a little bit. Try to reconnect with your breathing. Mindful inhale, exhale. All right, so let's just give ourselves one more nice long breath in and out. All right, as you inhale, come back up. All right, so we are going to transition to the floor, so lying down. What I did last week was had my head towards you, but I'll kind of shift around if you feel like you need a visual of what's happening. So give yourself a chance to lie down, however is best for you. Maybe just making sure that you can still see the camera. I'll give you a moment here. I'm going to, again, keep an eye on the time so I don't lose track. But as soon as you lie down, I'm going to have you bend your knees up and keep your feet flat. All right, so even if you are on your bed, I just want you to kind of notice what you're experiencing. Like you might already have some tightness in your quads and your knees and your thighs. If you feel good, you can stay here and just kind of feel how your back is resting either on the floor, on your mat, or on your bed. If you want to take it up a little bit, we're going to do what's called bridge pose. You're going to squeeze your glutes slightly and start to just slowly let your hips come up off the floor. They don't have to come up high. You might already start feeling those front of the legs, the hips start to open up, but keep drawing your glutes together as you continue to breathe in and out. Taking a nice long inhale, nice long exhale, allowing the whole front side to open up. So let's do that one more time. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, carefully lower your hips back down. All right, we're gonna try to, with our knees still bent, cross your right foot over your left leg. So my right ankle is coming up towards my left leg. Now this might be good. You might say, okay, I'm feeling plenty at my knees, everything's speaking to me. If you can, if you would like to, bring your hands towards your left thigh and maybe just kind of hug that leg in a little bit. All right, so this is just a way to kind of wake up your hips, your knee. Again, you can always come back down and just stay with that starting stance and stay there. But I want you to observe if your right knee, sorry, your right elbow and right leg are touching, you can kind of press them in. Just kind of waking up your right hip flexor, so just be very careful with this. Taking another long inhale. Exhale. So let's do that one more time. Big breath in and out. All right, we're going to carefully come back to the starting position. So left foot down. Bring your right foot to the floor. So we have our knees bent. Kind of just feel that for a second. If you're ready, try the other side. Left foot comes up towards the right leg. And this might be good. You might want to stop here. All right, if it starts to hurt, you can bring it back down and just maybe cross the ankles. But if you're feeling steady and you want to try it, bring your hands to grab for your right thigh now and see what happens if you hug that leg in. It may go further, it may go a little bit shorter. Maybe you have your left elbow and leg, thigh kind of pressing into each other. Again, just kind of see what's happening here. Giving yourself a chance to kind of notice now your left hip, your left thigh, your left knee. Again, that sensation of pain, you want to avoid that. If it's a little uncomfortable, that's all right. We're working through those stretches as we continue to slow our breath down. So take another big inhale. Nice long exhale. All right, very carefully, right foot comes down, left foot comes down. All right, now I'm gonna take both hands and grab my right leg and try just to hug it in for a moment. So I'm kind of just hugging my one right knee in. Keeping eye on the time. So again, just kind of see what happens as you hug your right knee in and give yourself a little compression in the hip. And if this feels okay, you can hug a little tighter. Just give yourself one more breath here. All right, let's gently switch. Now hugging in your left knee. Just seeing if you can give a little bit of compression to the hip for a moment. Noticing those differences from right to left, because we all have them. We're just here to notice them and be aware of it. Again, try to be mindful of your breathing. Nice long inhale and exhale. All right, so let go. We're going to give you one more chance here. Now you can keep doing one leg at a time. If you're ready, try to hug in both knees. Okay, now this may not be good to you. Just go back to doing one leg at a time. Otherwise, see if you can just kind of uncurl your tailbone. See if you can soften your knees towards your chest and give yourself that nice compression in the hips. And again, always have the option to do one leg or the other if you don't feel like you can do both at the same time. All right, so just give yourself another moment here to breathe. Soften into it. All right, one more time. Big inhale. Exhale. All right, we're almost done. We're going to bring our feet flat, just like we've been doing. Knees are bent, and we're going to do another gentle spine twist. So can you let both your legs start to float towards the right? And they might have to cover. Maybe you want to bring a pillow underneath. If the legs can float all the way to the floor, that's fine. You might stop here, or if you're feeling okay, my legs are right, I'm going to let my eye gaze look left. All right, so let's just hold this gentle twist here for a moment. Trying to be very mindful of our hips as well as our spine. So now we've done a few spine twists today, so we just need to be very, very careful with these as we notice some subtle imbalances maybe through our spine, through our lower body. But noticing as we hold these postures, maybe for a minute, maybe more if you have time, you can start to recognize you open up more through your body. As you continue to slow your breath down, your body starts to find more space to soften into those postures. So allowing your eye gaze maybe to look left if that feels okay to the neck. Maybe allowing your left arm to reach out a little bit away from you. Just feeling this rotation spiraling up your entire spine from neck bone to tailbone. Just give yourself, imagine the breath slowing down. Each inhale, lengthening. Exhaling, maybe twisting a little further. So let's do 2 more breaths like that. Nice and slow. Inhale. Nice slow exhale. Okay, one more time. Nice big breath in. Slow, controlled breath out. All right, we're going to gently come out of it. So bring your left hand back, eye gaze to the ceiling, pull your belly in, let your knees come back to center. So stay here for a moment, kind of feel your hips even out. And we're going to explore the other direction. So very slowly, maybe you need to have a pillow under this side. Let your knees start to float left. And then observing, maybe the knees come further down, maybe they're higher up, maybe it's more tight. But allowing now your eye gaze to look the opposite way. So knees are going left. Eyes, maybe you can start to twist and look right. Just watching the clock here. So it's all about just, again, accepting, noticing where you are, making those adjustments. So you recognize, okay, discomfort, be okay with that, but intense pain, just coming out of it to get yourself in a safe position. Trying to find that softness. If you notice your neck, your jaw has clenched, try to let yourself relax into it. Trying just to observe now how your breath is starting to slow down. Breathing mindfully, maybe you're feeling some tightness through your right hip, right lower back. Try just to channel your breath there. Each inhale, feeling the space start to come into your body. Each exhale, just trying to relax deeper into that space. So give yourself another couple of nice long breaths in and out. Maybe letting your eye gaze, your right hand reach further away, look further away from you. Trying to keep your neck soft. Another big inhale. And exhale. All right, one more time, everybody. Deep breath in and out. All right, pull your belly button in, carefully come back to center. So I'm going to give you two choices. Do the wind relieving, either one leg or two legs. All right, and that's a perfect posture. If you have some space, you're going to go for happy baby. You're going to bend your knees a little wider. Allow your hands to lift up to grab towards your ankles or your feet, and then just kind of rock a little bit. Just very gently. If this is uncomfortable, you come back to the one-legged wind relieving or two legs. So we're just going to take a moment here to just soften our back. If you're doing happy baby, I like to pretend like I'm like a little baby in a crib, right? Rocking back and forth. You feel the earth kind of just gently rub your back, or you just hold that wind relieving stretch, whatever feels best to you. Trying to be mindful of how your spine feels as you kind of maybe just rock side to side, nice and easy. And then you're going to start to relax, bringing your feet down and then straightening your legs out. Otherwise, you can have your knees bent if that feels good to you. So I want us to, this is a chance for you to be still for just a moment. The Shavasana at the end of class. You guys are staying still, but I'm going to speak to you. I have some yoga music playing if you've been hearing that. So, but the last few minutes of class are all about stillness and relaxation. So give yourself a moment to get comfortable. You need to kind of adjust your shoulders, your hips, your feet. Getting into a position that feels best to you. I encourage you maybe to have your palms up, or you can bring a hand like to the belly, to the chest to kind of feel the breath. But you're going to give yourself a couple moments here to get settled, to get comfortable into your breathing. So slow your breath down. Let's take a mindful inhale for 3 or 4 seconds. Exhale 3 or 4 seconds. Trying to empty the lungs. Take another nice long breath in and out. As you continue to keep mindful breaths coming in and out of the body, allow your mind to focus on different parts of your body. So start by softening your forehead, relaxing your jaw. Taking another breath in as you feel how your neck starts to soften. As you take another few breaths in, allow your shoulders to soften. Maybe physically feel them start to relax down and back. As you breathe in again, notice the sensation of your arms. You have tension all the way down to your wrists, to your fingers. Letting the breath come in to find that tension, but as you breathe out, try to let it relax. As you breathe in again, allowing your mind to become aware of the breath, feeling your rib cage expand, and then as you exhale, feeling it start to relax back down. Being aware now of your back, whether you're lying down or seated or resting on the bed. Feel how your back softens into the mat, into the floor, into your chair. Observing how the breath focuses now down through your hips, allowing the hips to soften, to open. Becoming aware of the belly. As you breathe in, let it rise. As you breathe out, letting it fall. As you breathe in again, notice your hips are starting to soften and open. Any that tension residing in your lower back, your hip space is starting to melt out. As you breathe in again, bring some awareness to your thighs, your upper legs, trying to find some softness for those tight spots. You're experiencing it on the front of the legs, the back of the legs, maybe through the glutes. Trying to mindfully relax any tension you might be experiencing through your legs. Even working down your knees, just kind of imagining how the breath is circling around your kneecaps, exhaling, trying to soften the tension you might be experiencing there. And breathing in again, notice your calves, feeling the breath start to trickle down, rubbing any tightness through your calves, your shins. And as you breathe in again, notice how your ankles are feeling. Tightness through there, very common. Observing any tightness around your feet, all the way down around the toes. As you breathe in, just visualize the air is kind of coming into the feet, circling around all those tiny little bones and muscles, and trying to encompass all the tightness and tension. But as you breathe out, start to feel it dissolve and melt away. So giving yourself a couple more breaths to do another body scan. Maybe you kind of missed your forehead, your jaw, you kind of develop tension there through the body again. Try to feel it soften and relax, and letting the breath guide you through that. Once you give yourself permission to stay slow and mindful of your inhales and exhales. And if you find that your mind is starting to drift and wander, that's okay. You just want to give yourself permission to just come back to your breath. Coming back to scanning your body, maybe counting your breaths. In for 2, out for 2. But with the last few minutes of your mindful Shavasana, I'm going to give you a couple of just breathing mantras. So as you inhale, I want you to tell yourself, my mind is relaxed. And as you exhale, repeat, my body is relaxed. So inhale, my mind is relaxed. Exhale, my body is relaxed. Giving yourself a few moments, just trying to soften into your space, into your body. Breathing in fully, letting the lungs fill. Trying to exhale fully, letting the lungs empty. Thinking again, maybe about another phrase. As you inhale, simply just think calm. And as you exhale, imagining tension dissolving. So inhaling calmness, exhaling tension. One another one, maybe thinking inhale, relaxation, exhale, letting go. So it's all about just staying connected to your breath, staying connected to your body, letting your mind be still, letting your mind be relaxed. Trying to let your body be still sometimes is a challenge, so try to avoid that fidgeting if you can, just letting your body be still, soft as it can. Maybe even telling yourself, inhale, I am safe. Exhale, I am secure. Inhaling calmness. Exhaling tension. Whatever it is that you can tell yourself to bring that calmness, that sense of awareness, stillness, peace. Allow yourself to be focused on that phrase, those words that invite calmness and stillness and peace to your mind, to your body. So give yourself another nice mindful breath in. And a long, slow exhale, breathing out. So I'm going to invite you whenever you are ready, maybe getting yourself back to the present space, the present moment, maybe starting to fidget the fingers a little bit, getting a little bit of movement, awareness. You started to drift off into sleep, it's okay. So what I'm going to have you do over the next moment or so is allow yourself to come up to a seated position if you have been lying down. So you can support yourself maybe on the side and pressing up easily. And if that doesn't feel good, just whatever is best for you. But a traditional phrase, I'll say this every week, in yoga, when you end a class, is the word namaste. And it just simply means it's an acknowledgement that a teacher says to the student says back to the teacher, just saying, I'm thankful for you. I recognize your effort, your strength. I am just so honored to guide you through that. So as a sign of endearment and just gratitude again for you, namaste.